Welcome. Today we're going to make pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. Yeah, they're going to be a hit. And I'm just going to share with you some ways that you can use better ingredients to have a healthier muffin. And that way you feel good about what you feed your family. I'm Annette Reeder, the Biblical Nutritionist, and I'm on mission to keep you on mission. It is my desire to see you strong and vibrant and energized so that you can fulfill the mission God's given you. And so hopefully you've been watching us on Facebook, The Biblical Nutritionist, on Instagram, The Biblical Nutritionist, and even our website. A lot of information just for you. So today we're making the pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. And I'm going to start with the flour that I milled. And so when I mill the flour myself, I actually get all of the fiber and all of the protein and all of the beautiful ingredients that are in a grain of wheat. And if you're not familiar with what's in the grain of wheat, then my cookbook and my Treasures of Healthy Living book and the nutrition manual all talk about the value of what comes in a grain of wheat and the nutritional impact that it has on your health. It will blow your mind. It is so amazing. And also, this recipe I'm doing today is from the Healthy Treasures cookbook, so hopefully you already have this as well. If you do, go ahead and open up to page 58 and 59 because that's where we're cooking. All right, so today we've already added the flour. I'm going to add the other dry ingredients. Now, I'm very particular about my salt. There's a lot of good salts out there. If you want to know which one I'm using today, I'll put a link to it down below. I'm going to add the cinnamon. Now, not a lot, but some of the recipes in this cookbook are a little high on the sweet side. These are recipes that have been collected from the Treasures of Healthy Living Bible study classes that I have been teaching since 2007. So yeah, I've been at this a long time. And so some of the recipes were contributed by some of the group, some of the people that were in the class, just trying to change out regular recipes, making them healthier. So when a recipe is a little high on the sweet side, then I would swap out, like on this one, I'm only going to use half the suka nut that it calls for. Plus, we're going to have chocolate chips, so we're going to be good on the sweets. And the other half I'm going to use is some of my own homemade apple butter. So when I make apple butter myself, I definitely have less sweetener in it than the store-bought. Okay, so we're going to mix that in. To this, we're going to add our eggs, and we're going to add our oil. There are times when I was not wanting as much oil in my diet, so I would cut back on the oil, but it definitely is part of the chemistry of fruit breads, like muffin breads, like pumpkin breads, apple breads, things like that, banana breads. There is a necessary reason for the oil. Okay, so by adding in the flour that I made, we have extra fiber, extra protein. But I want to share with you another tip that we can do, because as you know, I have three ingredients that must be in every dish. Number one is it must have protein, must have fiber, and it must be delicious. And so we've already added some fiber. We're going to add some more with the pumpkin, this is pumpkin that I make myself. I always collect a lot of pumpkins after Halloween. There's always places that were using them as decorations and they just want to get rid of them. So I go around and collect them all, most of the time for free, bring them home and cook them up, and I have pumpkin for all year long. Pumpkin can be added to any recipe. Actually, pumpkin has very little flavor. It's the spices that we're used to. So when I add this, so I have some protein and I have some fiber with what I've put in this recipe so far, but I want to up the protein. And to do that, I would add either this, which is some collagen powder, or this protein fiber. So this is a brand new protein. Actually, I didn't even have it open for this ahead of time. So what we're going to do is just add 1, 2, or even 3 scoops of protein to this dish, this muffins, and we will have totally increased the protein count of this recipe. And yes, I should have had this open before we started our time together. Okay, so this protein is a new brand that I just started using just in the last couple months, because everything I teach you, I want to make sure it is literally the very best. And so I have recently just changed companies because I need to always make sure the companies I'm representing have the highest integrity and the best product. Okay, so this, that's a vanilla, and that smells really good. This is a protein that's really designed to help heal the digestive system, besides just giving you protein. And that is what we all need. Okay, so adding these in, I will put links to both of these proteins down below. Now, I also wanted to share with you, you could easily make this recipe gluten-free. And you could do that by using some of Bob's Red Mill all-purpose gluten-free flour, and that would be really good as well. Okay, well these have mixed up extremely well. Now the pumpkin that I make myself, that I process, is a little bit more moisture, has a higher moisture content than the canned pumpkin. So you may see that my pumpkin batter here is a little bit more liquidy than yours. And plus also remember that I added in the apple butter in replacement for some of this sweetener. Okay, there we go. So we are going to go ahead and put this in our muffin tins. Get me a scoop. Scoops just make cooking that much more fun and engaging. So grab my scoop. That way I also have even muffins. I'll put a link to my scoop down below as well, because if you're going to cook and enjoy cooking, you gotta have some of the tools. So I have a very well-stocked kitchen. I'm sure I could find some new things to add. Okay, so remember my 3 things in every recipe. We've got to have protein, we got to have fiber. Fiber stabilizes the blood sugar. It helps with people who are diabetic. Fiber helps to prevent cancer. The digestive tract is one of the main areas where cancer can start, and then it can travel. So I'll get another muffin tin for the rest of that batter. And here we have our muffins ready to go in the oven. They're going to taste delicious. I already made a batch to show you. So I have my plate. I don't know if you can see it, but it says blessed on it. So these are my pumpkin muffins. They're going to be very delightful to enjoy, and I know my husband's going to love them. I'd love to hear your comments. What do you add to your pumpkin muffins to make them taste amazing and delicious? And how did you like this video? Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me some comments down below, and be sure and subscribe and share this with your friends. The more you share it, the more Google will share it. And then that means we can tell the whole world that God loves them. I'm Annette Rader, the Biblical Nutritionist. I'm on mission to keep you on mission. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen. Until next time.